Fear. It's an ever-present force in our lives, and that's a good thing. In most cases, it keeps us out of danger and stops us doing stupid stuff, but if not managed correctly, it can have a crippling effect on our lives. So later on, we're going to work out how to control our fears, but what is fear? Let's find out.
For the sake of this demonstration, I've dropped into the Australian Museum to face my greatest fear. Spiders. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Ed. How you doing?
Good, good. All right. I'm just going to sit down and do this, right? I can already feel my heart rate kind of going. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to call myself arachnophobic, but seriously, spiders do terrify me. And her fang, is that her fangs moving?
No, those are... Oh, yeah, they're her fangs, yeah. So she ate not long ago.
Huntsmen are pretty fast, aren't they? Don't put her on my leg, let's put her on my arm. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
She's cleaning her fangs
She's
after
having a bit
eating.
of a wash.
I don't know that I've got the willpower to stick this thing on me. You've had this thing on your head, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, she's my fascinator.
Fear is the most powerful emotion. The human body reacts instantly. Heart rate and blood pressure skyrocket. Pupils dilate. A cocktail of around 30 different hormones, including adrenaline, enter the bloodstream. Veins redirect blood to the larger muscles, and glucose levels rise. You're primed for flight or fight.
She's freaking out now.
Are we good? Are we good? In an effort to learn how to control my fear of spiders, I'm catching up with Corey Ackland from the Sydney Phobia Clinic.
So here it's just about observing the spider's movements.
Corey's developed a method of exposure therapy that utilises virtual reality to treat both fears and phobias. So it's still a visceral reaction, but I'm like one step removed.
And so the idea behind the virtual as well is it gives us this opportunity to repeat these things over and over and get better and better with our management.
Now, there's a point at which a fear becomes a little bit more irrational and becomes a phobia. So what's the difference?
So, well, you hit the nail on the head there. So we are looking at when that fear response is underwritten by an irrational or a logical interpretation of events, either because we're worrying in apprehension of something that may not come up, or we're overestimating the danger of a situation.
Corey uses this technology for a whole range of phobias, including rodents, snakes, bin chooks, lifts, needles, and the list goes on.
Well, fears of bugs and spiders are pretty common, but there are some intangible ones that can rule and ruin your life on a daily basis. Take public speaking. I'm about to meet Astrid Cameron, who's battled this fear since her school days.
Well, before I have to do it, I just get major anxiety. So my heart races, I can feel my whole body burn, especially my ears, which is really strange. My voice changes where I get really nervous and I can't even speak. At times I've had sore throats and my back aching, so it's like this, it feels like I'm getting the flu.
Astrid believes her fear of public speaking is an emotional response to being bullied and humiliated as a child.
Well, one teacher in particular, when I was in primary school, put my desk right under the blackboard, and that's where I had to stay for a few weeks. So I was, sort of separated from the class and everyone was watching me.
Ever since, Astrid's natural response has been to hide from the spotlight. But avoidance only exacerbates the problem. How important is it to now break free of that and just make some progress?
For me to actually get over this phobia will just be amazing, especially for my career. I think it's holding me back where I can't present and I can't really take that next step. In my personal life, I feel really awful that I couldn't make a speech at my partner's 40th, especially when the kids did it. So to me, it was going to make the most amazing difference in my life.
5 weeks ago, Astrid went back to school at Sydney's Art of Communication, but this time her teacher, Charmaine Burke, cares about her students.
Perhaps it shouldn't be called the fear of public speaking. Maybe it should be called the fear of being me, of showing up, of allowing myself to come out in the world and be real and be authentic, and will I be accepted if I truly am who I want to be? But what a gift to the world if everybody did that.
The 5-week course is coming to an end, and tonight is Astrid's big test. She's not only making a speech in front of the entire class, but also in front of our cameras, and this takes enormous courage.
Astrid, here we go. How are you feeling?
Extremely nervous. I can hear the first speech in there already, which is just building my anticipation. I actually find if people are there, but if they look down, I feel more comfortable. Isn't that weird?
Okay, I'll look down. I'll look down for you, so you know I'm on your side. How about that? Okay, let's go do it. Okay, she goes. Oh.
Thank you. Let's face it, the city of Sydney is getting really overcrowded, isn't it? Sydney's population is currently...
As I sat and listened, it became obvious to everyone in the room that Astrid had conquered her phobia. Now all she has to do is deal with fear, and that takes courage, which Astrid has in spades.
A sea change is much better than a holiday.